It's another time on Unscripted. My name is Nartey, and today I have a friend with me. It's like my brother, me downfall. He's all the way from London. His name is Danny Erskine Nartey, but he changed the Nartey. Danny, welcome to Unscripted. What's up? But what's up? Why did you change your name from Nartey and now it's all of a sudden Danny Erskine? That's what you're famous for.
Yeah, my late father passed. So, there was some few issues with the Nartey family. So I didn't want to, associate myself with them.
Wait, I'm Nartey.
I know.
I'm Nartey. Yeah. Why don't you want to associate, man?
No, the commotion was too much. I mean, when you do a lot for your family and they don't appreciate, it's at the end when you get to see what's happening. So I was young, so I saw it, I said no. So when I buried my late father, I returned to England. I decided to go for my father's name, which is Erskine.
Okay, so the Nartey is your mom's name?
My father's mother's name.
Oh, okay.
She's called Nartey. But she had a similar issue where, when she left her husband, she said no, she wanted all her children to carry the Nartey. So
in your family, you're the only person who has changed?
I'm the only person. For my two brothers, my mom, everybody's carrying Nartey. I'm the only one. Yeah.
Talking about England.
Yeah.
You grew up in England. How was growing up like?
Growing up in England, I would say it's great. It was good. I had a good upbringing, very strict upbringing from my parents. They trained us very well. But comparing England and Ghana, I prefer Ghana.
Why do you prefer Ghana? Because you had opportunity growing up. You could stay in London and then come back here and also stay a bit. You had those two experiences. Why would you want to say Ghana is the best?
I was born and bred in London, okay? And I came to school here. I schooled here for 2 years.
Which school did you go?
Goshen Educational Complex, come to 12.
And how long did you school?
2 years. I was here for 2 years. So within that 2 years of me being here, it kind of helped me because I learned a lot of things, discipline, the educational things of it. So after spending 2 years here, when I returned back to the UK, I realized, no, Ghana is more disciplined because in the UK people don't care.
Yeah.
So if I had not come to Ghana at that time, I wouldn't understand how the system works.
Is it like your mom or your dad wanted you to have a feel of Ghana and how the discipline is as compared to London? Is it like they insisted that you must go to Ghana, you have to go and...
You know why I'm laughing? Because I can't hide this story. Well, I was not really good with school. You understand? I'll go here, they will expel me. I'll go here, they will expel me.
You were a troublemaker?
I was a troublemaker. So my father and my mom planned something that they didn't tell me. They told me that we're all going on holiday to Ghana for the first time. This is in 1990. Wow. We all came to Ghana, we spent I think a month, and we packed our bags going to the airport. So when we were going to the airport, my father told me to stay back. I said, why? He said, look, don't you know you're going to be the future leader of this family one day?
Wow.
He said that to me, and I ended up,
At that young age?
Yeah, I was 12 years old.
Just 12?
Yeah, 12. So he already planned everything for me to come and stay here, go to school, and all that. So that helped me. That really helped me because it made me calm. It made me understand, where I really come from, if you know what I'm trying to say. So it wasn't a planned thing for me to come and stay. It was my behavior. I wasn't really good at school back then, but just that 2 years really changed me a lot. And my father said something. He said, don't you know you're going to be the future leader of this family one day? And it's true what he said. It's happened. It's come to pass.
Great. Yeah. So Danny, you had your education in the UK. You came to Ghana a bit to have education. You passed through the educational system.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you were not so much into books. So is it because of that's where you developed some love for the entertainment industry? What was the genesis of your love for entertainment?
When I came to school here, we were doing drama in school. I love drama. So when I returned to the UK in '92, my late father asked me, what do I want to do? I said that I want to be an actor. He said, no, you're going to be a lawyer. I said, okay. So as the journey went through...
Did he tell you the reason why he didn't want you to do acting Because I had the same.
Yeah.
My uncle said I should go and do mechanical engineering. I said no, I want to do acting. I love filmmaking. And he said no, go do mechanical. Like, did he tell you the reason he wanted you to do law instead of acting?
You see, those times, the acting and music was not really as big how it is today. And moreover, he didn't really believe in those sort of things, even though he's an entertainer himself, into music and all that. He wanted all his sons to go to school, just to learn something constructive. I didn't mind him. I was doing it and still doing the law at the same time. Yeah. Until one day, a letter came through my door. And they said that they want to cast me for Bourne Identity, but I need to go for the special screening in the West End. When my father saw it, he realized it was from Universal Studios in America. And he said, if this is the case, it means you're transferring from England
Wait, which Bourne Identity are you talking about?
The first one.
The first film Bourne Identity that I know?
It came out 2002.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were cast in Bourne Identity?
Yes, I had a small role to introduce myself into the filmmaking world of America.
So wait, before Bourne Identity, were you doing acting already?
I was doing acting already in England. They were looking for me. Because I done a TV series, very popular TV series called EastEnders.
EastEnders?
This was 1994.
Okay.
And that's what paved me the way to get other work. Because these directors and producers watching me from America, I didn't know. Because there was a phrase at the time. They were looking for British actors. Idris Elba, few British, even I was on one of the list there, who were picked to do films abroad.
So where did you shoot Bourne Identity?
We shot it the year 2000 in Paris. We did the screening in London. The screening, you have to go read scripts and all that. And the funny thing about that, I was on my way home when my phone rang, because they told me they'll give me an answer in 2 days. They said they've already decided. They want to fly me to Paris in 3 days.
Wow.
So we had the conference meeting with Matt Damon, all the other actors introduced.
So you literally saw Matt Damon?
We were all on one table, one conference table, having a chat. Even myself, because I was not into acting too long, I was starstruck.
Oh, when you saw him?
Yeah, we were sitting there, they were asking me questions, I couldn't talk. Because I'm dealing with an American, someone who's bigger than me, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So we went to Paris and we shot our scenes in Paris, because it was shot in different parts of the world. But we shot our scenes in Paris. We were there for like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, shooting,
And how was payment like?
The payment was very high. I won't lie, the payment for Bourne Identity was even more than what I was making in the UK. It was more than what I was making in the UK. And it came with royalty payments of 3 years. So if they show it on any channels or anything, I have to get a percentage from that.
So Bourne Identity opened the way for you
in the United States.
In the United States.
Yeah, in the United States.
And you went there, you did a few things, then you came back to London.
That's correct.
Worked.
Yeah.
I realize you're not just an actor, you're also a producer, you're a writer, I have read your script before, and you are a director.
And a media consultant.
I know about that. Talk about that. How did you get into directing?
Okay, the story was, there's a lady named Helen Atim. She runs a production company called Helen Atim Productions. She had shot a few films, but she was not too happy with one or two directors who she was working with. So one day she called me and said, Danny, you've been acting for many years. You know the industry. Why don't you try getting into directing? At that time, I was not ready. I just wanted to continue doing acting, doing other things. And I thought what she said was right. So that's how the whole...
So she encouraged you?
She encouraged me, and we shot a whole film called Force.
Yes.
A British film, starring Echo Santi. So me myself, when I watched the film, even Echo Santi himself, he's worked with many directors.
So that was your directorial debut?
Yeah.
That was your first time directing?
Yeah, 2020.
That was 2020?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And you had written how many films?
I've written 7.
7 films?
7 films, yeah. 7. So Force was my first.
Okay, you have acted in America, you've acted in Paris, you've acted in London. Have you done anything here in Ghana in terms of acting?
I remember those days, because I was on a very tight contract. When Abdul Salam and I'll mention Roger Kwati were shooting, I was always on their sets, but I couldn't do any acting. I just wanted to go, meet with them. I've never done anything in Ghana. I've only done 1 or 2 films in Nigeria. which at that time I was not contracted to do anything.
Well, did you shoot that one in Nigeria or it was in London, Nigeria?
No, it was in Nigeria.
It was in Nigeria?
Yeah, I did 2 films in Nigeria. Yeah, 2 films in Nigeria. But most of the Nollywood films, I shot them in the UK.
Like you said, you are a media consultant. You help AY and other comedians organize their show.
Yeah.
How did events start for you?
Okay, in my late father, Mr. Nartey, he had a company called AJ Mobile Disco Promotions. It started in 1978, the day I was born. Then when my dad decided to pull back, I took over in 94, and I called it Danny Promotional Media, which is DPM UK. So from then, I was doing my media consulting, whatever. Then in 2013, Nollywood was starting in the UK. They needed a promoter to promote the industry. So what I did, I was offering services to people that I don't know for free, for a certain time limit. And before you know it, other recommendations are coming from Nigeria. Most of my contracts were coming from there. So that's how the whole media consulting business started.
Ghanaian musicians have always complained that when shows are organized in the UK, people don't really come out like that in their numbers.
Yeah.
You know, they don't support like the Nigerians would do. When the video goes to the O2 Arena,
Yes.
you're going to see the whole place full. So far, we still haven't had people break those records.
Yeah.
What would you say is wrong with the Ghanaian fans or the Ghanaian audience in the UK? Why don't they attend shows?
It's nothing to do with the fans. It's to do with the promoters there. And sponsorship. It's lack of sponsorship, lack of promotion. And you know, Nigerians, they don't have fear. They will put money to make money. But we Ghanaians, while we are there, we're afraid of that. This is why we are always, behind. So as you said, if you look at the UK, majority of the shows are run by Nigerians because there's lots of investors, a lot of who are taking the risk to put money in. But as we Ghanaians, there's only one person I'll say is doing very well, which is Alodia.
Yeah.
And I'll always praise Alodia because he's opened the way for us, we Ghanaians in the UK, because it was not happening like before. So I always say much love to Alodia for, pushing us Ghanaians there.
Yeah, he's doing so good.
Yes.
He's doing so good. I also know that you have done radio. You were so good in radio.
Yeah.
You used to work for one of the, was it BBC?
No, it was Ahunjo FM.
Ahunjo FM?
Yes.
In the UK?
Yeah, in the UK.
You used to interview Two-Face, Timaya, P-Square when they came around.
Yeah.
Why did you quit radio?
Well, when the president was in power, I shouldn't hide this. The Nigerian High Commissioner then approached me.
Which president are you talking about?
Muhammad.
Excellency John.
Yes, Muhammad. That's his station.
Okay.
So when the Ghana High Commission approached me, they said they realized that I'm doing so well in the entertainment industry. They have this offer for me, which I couldn't say no. So when I looked at it, I realized that they needed to promote their station, also have somebody who can keep that name going. So I came up with a plan that, look, I want to do my own show, this day. And I promised the commissioner that I could bring certain amount of celebrities
To pass
through and do radio, and it worked. That's how it happened.
But why did you quit? Because that was a good time for you. Why did you quit?
Okay, I quit because when the president went out of power, everything just went down. Understand? And the good thing about what happened, I had another offer from BBC. I don't know whether you've heard of DJ Branty.
Yeah, DJ
Branty was sick for quite a while.
DJ Branty,
We call him a Branty.
A Branty?
Yeah, but the Ghanaians call him a Branty, but we call him a Branty.
Hey!
For short.
UK.
Yeah, UK. So the management of BBC approached me. They wanted me to take over the show. And I refused. There were several things where I refused. Because our own people, if I now go and take over his show, they'll think I pushed him. Yes. They offered me a very good offer. Then they offered me second, third. I said no. Then I think DJ Kadi is now running the station now. Yeah. So I just left radio. After that, I didn't do anything. I just focused on mainly the promotion and acting. Yeah.
Still on events. You have organized one of the best events that has helped African artists and has honored and recognized, giving them recognition. Yeah. Which is the NELAS Awards, the Nollywood Entertainment and Leadership Awards. You do that in the UK, and you've done that for 5 consecutive years.
It's 6 years.
6 consecutive years. this particular platform has given like myself
Yes.
the opportunity to visit the UK, and not just myself but other people, other actors, Eddie Watson, Frank Artus, Peter Ritchie.
Yeah.
They all came through you
That's
to
right.
the UK
Yeah.
just to attend that particular show. What started
The NELAS.
Yes, the NELAS, because you haven't done so much here in Ghana.
Yeah.
You were still thinking of Africans in
That's
Ghana,
right.
Nigeria, and other countries. Why did you start NELAS?
Okay, myself and the late Andy, my late fiance, we went to Germany. We were offered an award there. It's called Queen of Nollywood Award. So we were just in the award, and I said, Nena, if Germany is doing this, I mean, the UK, we don't really have a good award here. And she said, you're right. So we flew back to London, and then we sat down, and then we said, no, you know what? We can really do this. Then Nena kept mentioning about funding. I said, look, I don't want to get sponsorship. I'll let my company be sponsoring the award until we can get a sponsorship. Because I realized that when you bring sponsors on board at the first time, they will change all your ideas. And I have a lot of ideas for the awards. So we started the first award. It was a launch in 2017 at the O2, not the arena, but the O2 Vinci Road. It's a hall that we took. And we didn't charge much money or anything. We wanted to launch it to the people. I told them if we do it this way, it will be great. So after the 2017 award, we started bringing celebrities from 2018. That's when we used that platform to build how we can bring people in. And the good news with that is the reason why we started that is that we wanted to help the Africans. We realized that there are some actors and producers, directors, right now, they are not getting recognized. So we now went to the drawing board and said, you know what, let's do excellency, which is for those people who have been there for many years. Let's do recognition. Let's do film and TV. Yeah, that life achievement. Yes, that's how it all came in. You know, because we said it's not only the UK. Let's think about Africa, and not only that, it will give opportunity for people to come and visit the country. So this is why we put this together.
For those who don't know, the NELAS have won so many awards. That's NELAS Awards, that's NELAS Awards. The last 2 years, I swept on the awards.
I swept everything, you know.
It was so good.
And another thing, I'll go back to the NELAS Awards, Eddie. I'm glad you mentioned that. With us, we are very strict. As I'm sitting here as the award owner, we never ever do the judging for the awards.
I was about to come to that. Like, what goes into awarding the people that you do? Like, you are the organizer. Are you part of the judging process? How do you go about it?
I pay professional judges to judge everything. And I do that every year. And the reason why I do that, I don't want tomorrow somebody saying Danny is giving awards to his friends. No. The judge is based on what's, let's say you submitted the film. They're based on the actor, the picture quality, the editing, everything. That's what they're based on. And they give their score. We don't do voting because I believe that if the voting is there, anybody can go and vote for 100 times. And then you look back and say, why did this person get an award? So I decided to hire professional judges to do that. So even at the end of the awards, we don't even know who's going to win. We leave it to them on that side. So that's how we do it.
NELAS has run for 6 consecutive years.
Yeah.
Last 2 years, I was in London. I expected NELAS to come on.
Yeah.
People had paid. People wanted to come. It was just few weeks
You're right.
to when NELAS was going to happen. And then we heard that you had cancelled NELAS.
That's correct.
What happened that year? And ever since, NELAS has not come on.
Yeah, that year, you see, I was under pressure because my stepfather died. So I came into Ghana. I had to return back to London for the NELAS Awards. When I went back to London, I had an email from the hall that I've used for so many years. There were some electrical problems with the hall. I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? I started calling everybody that I know. I couldn't even get one single booking because of the whatever. So I said, I'll postpone it to maybe the following year. But then again, other pressure came in. I didn't even have time to do the awards. So this time, what I'm saying to everybody is that NELAS hasn't died. It's just that I went through a lot of challenges as a man, you know. And I'm planning to bring NELAS to Ghana.
You're bringing NELAS to Ghana?
I'm bringing it to Ghana.
Oh, that's good.
And I have a fantastic name. It's going to be called NELAS Awards, but there's something some spice I'm going to add to it.
You mentioned Nina, your girlfriend, and I was in the UK 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We were all together. We did the award ceremony. It was nice. I came back home and then I had the sad news. She passed on.
Yeah.
I want to find out for people like you that have lost people who are so close to you, loved ones.
Yeah.
What is the feeling like?
The feeling was very bitter. It was 2 years yesterday she passed. Yesterday was 9th of February.
Yesterday was just...
Yesterday was 9th of February. You know, because I've been with Nana for so long, and when I first met her, she was in a very terrible situation because she was going through trauma with her ex-husband, and at that time we were very good friends. We were not even dating. You know, so it's like I've been with her ever since, you know, when the problems. So me seeing her, like, how can I explain it now? Being with her until she passed, it was very bitter. Because I had to drop everything. When I mean everything, I didn't even work for a year.
Wow.
Because she has 3 kids. And those kids look up to me as their father. You know, so when she was weak, she, you know, all those things, it was me doing everything. But the saddest thing about it is that some of the people behind were not appreciating what I was doing because I'm a Ghanaian dating a Nigerian Igbo lady.
So were those people Nigerians?
Oh yeah, those people behind. I mean, look, I had good people. They opened up a group when she passed. You know, I won't forget. And if you see the messages, it's so disturbing. Why is a Ghanaian living in a house? Why is a Ghanaian taking over her awards? Why is a Ghanaian doing this? You know, so many, you know, discrimination things that has nothing to do with them.
The awards that you planned with,
yeah,
that you started, people were castigating you that why are you taking over?
I'll tell you another story, Eddie. They even accused me of killing her because of the award.
What?
Yes. And you know, God is so great. When I started this award, Nana said one thing, Danny, how are we going to sponsor this award? I said, Nana, look, I run a company called DPM UK. The company makes so much money every year. We can take part of that money to do NELAS. So what I did, I opened NELAS Awards bank accounts. Yeah. Because with me, I'm a very good, when it comes to taxes, because I don't want the tax to be after me. So every time we're going to do the awards, I always push the money from DPM UK into NELAS Awards accounts. Sometimes 15,000, 20,000. So when this thing came up, the issue came up, I just took my bank statements. Even the company house is registered under me as the president or whatever of the award. Yeah. When they saw that, nobody could say anything again. All the people were saying negative things.
You showed receipt.
Everything was there. Everybody was just, oh wow. You understand? Because the reason why they saw Nana at the front, but Eddie, I'll tell you, I put Nana at the front. I'm already know, you know me. Yeah. I want them to know Nana. So I put myself at the back. I'm the sponsor, I'm whatever. Nobody knew what I was doing. So they saw Nana Konsi at the front. So they were thinking that she was the brains behind the whole thing. Do you get? But when when she passed and those people were talking, they couldn't talk again. They realized even from the trophy as you see here, it's designed with my hand. All the certificates, the banners, it's my hand. My design. I did the black and the gold. Everything is from DPM UK. We did everything. Everything was just there. Yes.
So you working with Nina on just the awards. You also worked with her as an actress.
That's correct. I was her manager.
You managed.
Yeah.
What was the feeling like? What was the connection like? You know, that's your spouse, that's your partner, and you're directing her on set. How was it like for you? Was it easy? Was it like you tell her something and she doesn't want to do it because it's like, I'm dating the director?
You know, the first time I directed the film, that was false. She played the lead role with Ekosme. It was difficult. Because I'll tell you why it was difficult. Because there were some scenes where she was not getting right. And I had to try and talk to her. Sometimes she'd go off into one. Echo would say, no, he's doing directly. This one would say this. It was very difficult. I can't lie here. But then again, in the end, it was a great experience because I really wanted her to fill that role because that role was going to take her to the next level. You know,
You know, I'm happy seeing that you've been able to move on.
Yeah.
At least you're doing good. I know how you've moved on from the shock of Nena's.
Yes.
What has been your greatest motivation to move on? Because there are a lot of people who have lost loved ones like you, and they would want to hear what has been your source of motivation to say, yo, I have to move on.
Okay, it took me a long time. I mean, after I did the send-off for Nena, I think that was May 2 years ago, I made a decision that I have to leave London. Yeah, I cried because, I cried because I sat in my car, which is still there, and I was going to an event, and I kept looking back, and I didn't see Nena there.
Wow.
Yeah, because, because, you know, we do things together. You know, every Friday, Saturday, we get invited to a lot of parties. Sometimes people pay us for appearances because they just love the way we are. So there was a day I was going to, I think it was in Alpha Lounge. I cried. I had to stop the car. Cried because Nana wasn't there.
But she wasn't with you.
And Eddie, I couldn't take it. Eddie, I couldn't take it. So one day I said, no, this memory, dear, I have to do something. So I just woke up one day, said, I'm going to Ghana. I'm relocating. I'm just going to invest in Ghana. That's what I did. So ever since I came here, it took me about a year just to come back to myself because the pain was too much. Waking up in the morning, not seeing Nana, and also not doing the things that we used to do as, men and women. So that's what made me just relocate to Ghana. I had to because I kept get crying, and I know if I stay back in London, it will even be worse for me.
Yeah.
So coming here really changed a lot for me.
Yeah, new atmosphere.
New
surrounding new people.
Yes.
And then you're able to move on.
Yeah.
You have been in Ghana for more than a year now.
A year and 2 months.
A year and 2 months. Your decision is because you wanted to get out of the pain and memories of Nena.
Yeah.
How has Ghana treated you so far? And what has been the difference? You came back before.
Yeah.
And now, in regards to the economy, how has Ghana treated you?
Ghana has treated me really good. It's just that I realized that you have to work twice as hard to live here because the cost of living is really high here. And, I feel more free because, I'm my own boss. I wake up in the morning anytime, I wake up, do my own job. Nobody tell me anything. I feel more freer here than being in the UK because this is my home. When I started this entertainment business, I went through something when I first made money. I have to say it here so people can learn from it. I was very young. I bought my first car, I think, BMW 7 Series at 18. Then after that, for a few months later, I bought my first house. I didn't live in that house till 6 months because the mortgage payments were going out. I was just spending money left, right, and center. So when I lost my house and I lost my car.
You lost your house and you lost your car?
Yeah. And it was so a joke. At 18 years old, I had 70,000 pounds in my bank account.
You were just chilling?
I was just chilling. I didn't care. You understand? Because money was coming. People
were you just spending on girls or on what were you doing?
I have a house, and then every weekend I'm booking a hotel to sleep with girls in the hotel. Yeah, in the best hotel in London. I'm not a joke. Yeah. Oh. I have my own home, but I'm still, that's how I was doing. Then I kept getting phone calls from a manager telling me, my accountant just called. They say you just spend this time. I didn't care. I said, look, the jobs are coming. Look, let's pass. They are that kind of lifestyle. Then when my guys come from America, like those days, Jermaine the Queen, or if any of those celebrities comes to go, we spend like maybe 5,000, 6,000 on just champagne in a club. Just one, like those days, 5K is not small money. You can buy something with that. You can buy a car. So that kind of helped me because when I went broke and I had to start trading, it took me 2 years to come back because I had to, restart everything again. So when I came back, this is another story people should know. I made so much money again in America. This time, after somebody what I did.
What did you do?
I had to invest.
Oh.
So I invested in my first home in Community 11 Town, which is there. It took me 6 months to build the house in 2000 and I remember the year. So from then, I realized, I need to invest more in Ghana. And I did a rental car business, did a few things. So from that time to now, it really made me understand about money. So I'm saying to people that if you get the opportunity to do something and you're making so much money, always invest in something. You don't know what could happen tomorrow.
Don't go and follow women.
Yes, sir. Those kind of women. So that's why, when I met Nena, I was always true to her. I said, no, I can't waste my energy and time and money on different women. I have to stick to one. When I married, the same 10 years, I stuck to one. Because I had the experience.
Okay, so before then, you were married?
Yeah. I was married for 10 long years.
So you have children?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have twins.
You have twins?
Yeah.
How many years?
They will be 13 this month. Yeah, Kenny and Kenny. Yeah. So I was married. I got married at the age of 24. Very young.
Why did you marry at that age?
Okay. You see, when I lost everything and I made money again, my late father advised me, he was doing my accounts. He was saying to me, that is the best time for you to marry now. He gave me that advice that when you marry now, you plan for your children. You can grow with your kids. You get. So I took that advice and then I told my dad, I don't want to really marry anybody from here. So you know the Coming to America story? Mm-hmm. I did the same thing.
So you came to Ghana for your
Thank
wife.
you very much. I had one person holding my bag, one person like before you know I found my yeah. So we met and we married. We were married for 10 long years before we passed. You know, we split. Yeah, and then I met Nena. Then after Nena, they said, well, people will know about the other one. So
oh, so my brother, that means that you're dating. You're dating again.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I know she's a Ghanaian.
No. She's not from Ghana. I always say to myself, I don't want anybody from Ghana again.
Why?
Because of my first experience with my first wife.
Is the experience that you would like to share?
I don't mind.
Well, okay, what was the experience with her?
Okay. I got so busy, you know, America was calling me to do jobs. And everything worked out. I mean, I managed to even get a nice house for her and the kids in London and a nice place here. So I kept going back and forth. But somebody told her that I have a wife in the United States. You know how people come in.
Because of when you were going back and forth to do the job.
So it came.
Gossips.
Yeah. So because of that, you know, I want people to know that it's not only women who are domestically abused. I mean, this was proven in court. She was beating me left, right, and center.
She was beating you?
Oh, yes. Even I didn't even lay a hand on her. And let me tell you why. You know, we are from the UK, right?
Yeah.
When they examined me, my neck and my body, they found marks and things on me. But they didn't find anything on my wife, my ex-wife then. So everything was read in court. My mom was in court when it was read in court. You know, so I was domestically abused by my own wife.
Your own wife was abusing you, beating you. Is it like when you were having a fight and
when we were talking, it's like I realized that she has this temper that I didn't know. There was a secret behind which I didn't know. Until one day I called her grandma and the grandma told me that she used to be the teachers in the school.
Your wife used to be the teachers
in the school, my ex-wife. So I asked the grandma, so grandma, why could you? She said, if I told you, you would have married her.
Oh.
You see the dark secret, which I didn't know, because they wanted Sandy to move on. They wanted her to forget those. So they thought I could help her.
Because she came back from the UK and then...
Yes. Yeah. And she was 22 when I married her. 22.
She was young.
Very young, 22. You know, and I was 24. So
did you say you didn't really get to know her before you got married?
No, I knew Sandy for a year. I didn't just marry like that. I know her for a year before we did the marriage. After the marriage, a year later, I took her to the UK.
Yeah. Really sorry about your pains and
yeah. I mean,
it's interesting that
been through a lot.
You're so bold and confident and go about things, but people don't know what you have been through.
That's right. Yeah.
People don't actually know.
Because you see, Eddie, I'm a type that, you know, I don't let anything stress me. You know, because as I said to you, I've lost money before. Even let me go into this. Even my marriage, I lost a lot. It took me 6 years to come back, but nobody knew. I was just behind, you know, building myself up slowly.
Then if you have an advice to give to the young people who want to get into marriage, what would you tell them?
I would advise them to take their time, get to know the person before you get married. Because nowadays, marriage is not like how it used to be. You know, you have to date the person for some time, get to know the in and out of the person, whoever you are dating. Don't just wake up and rush and go into marriage. Because the reason why I'm saying that, I don't want to mention names. I have somebody that I know who didn't know the person who went into, now they are divorced because this one said, oh, I know this one, I bring this one, and that causes problems.
Thank you, Danny Erskine. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your time. I know how busy you are, but when I called, you passed through. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. This is Unscripted with Eddie Nartey. Next week, another interesting conversation with your favorite celebrity or favorite personality. I'm out.